Hi, I'm Jen Thoden with YourColorStyle.com. I want to answer a question that I got from one of my viewers, and it has to do with her depth. Now, the rule of thumb that I give is that you should be able to wear a color as dark as the darkest feature on you. So if you have really, really dark black hair, then you can wear dark colors. And if you're lighter like me, really dark colors overpower me and don't look as great as lighter colors. So this individual describes herself as someone who has very, very dark eyes, but her everything else is lighter. And she says that when she wears her dark colors, based on my rule of thumb, it makes her look sick. She says it actually highlights the lines and shadows in her face. She feels gaunt and it doesn't look good on her, but she can wear the medium and light colors no problem. Now, my first guess for her was that maybe she's wearing the wrong colors. Maybe she's wearing muted colors versus bright, but it turns out that she's very comfortable in bright colors and she wears the lighter, brighter, warmer colors no problem. So then what is it? So there is something that I don't often talk about, because if I gave you everything that I take into account when doing an analysis, it gets to be information overload. And so I try to break it down into basics, but what's really most important is the overall. So even though I might give you some rules of thumb, like you can wear colors as, don't wear colors darker than your darkest feature, for example, and if you're soft, wear soft colors, etc. But there are always rules that can be broken, and this might be one of them. Now, the good news is that she already intuitively knows what works for her, but she's trying to figure out if she's doing something wrong or she's some strange anomaly. My gut is this. First, I think that she's dominantly light, and your dominant trait really has a lot to do with the colors that look good on you. And this is why I'm not a fan of seasonal color analysis, because you try to fit yourself into a season, but not really paying attention to what really looks right on you as a person, as an individual. So in her case, she has defined herself as bright and warm. Great. But how deep can she go? Her dominance is light. So even though I say that you shouldn't wear colors darker than your darkest feature, and she says that her eyes are super, super dark, so why can't she wear the darkest colors? And it has to do with your dominant trait. It sounds like her dominant trait is much more light to medium. So even though her eyes are super, super dark, it may not be enough to create the balance. What we're looking for when we're trying to figure out the level of darkness that we can wear, or lightness, the brightness, the warmth or coolness of a color, is to create that balance for you. It's not just about if the colors blend in with you, but also if it is creating a nice balance and a nice contrast for you. Just because her eyes are dark may not be enough. If she is, 80% light, then wearing all dark, a top that's super dark, like we'll just say black, for example, may just be way too much. And that's why it doesn't look good on her. It overpowers her. It's like the balance is kind of off a little bit. So my advice to her is that if you know those colors are too dark for you, you're not an anomaly. It's just simply that they don't look good on you. And just go a little bit lighter in the color wheel. On the color wheel, there are colors that I label A, B, through F. A is the darkest, C is the brightest, and as you go from C to F, you go lighter. And my recommendation is to go no darker than B for you, because for you, that's what makes sense. And so I hope that that was helpful for you. You're not an anomaly. Like for me, for example, if I were to tell me what I should wear, I would tell myself to just wear light colors. But that doesn't work for me. I actually like a little bit more of darkness in my color palette for a little bit of interest and a little bit of contrast. Does that break the rule? No, because I don't really have any hard rules. But on me, it works just right. So you have to wear what feels good for you, and you have to love it. And if you don't love it, then the rule doesn't matter, does it? So I hope that was helpful. If you're watching this and you enjoy this content, please subscribe to my channel and visit yourcolorstyle.com so you can learn more about what colors look great on you. Thanks for watching.